Okay. Hello again. I'm gonna try. It's not a new recipe. I've made this once before. And it's called corn and green chili rice. When I was playing in the band, I was living down in Georgia, and we had a girl singer in the band, and she was a real good cook. And she cooked every once in a while she'd cook stuff for the whole band for us to eat. And she made this casserole one time, and I never did find out what was in it. I'm only guessing how she made it. It was really good. She had some of the same ingredients. I know she had rice, cottage cheese, probably the sour cream. Now she may have put onions in hers, and I'm not sure how she made it. I think there was some meat too, hamburger, and some stuff like that. But anyway, it was really good. And so this recipe is similar, and the recipe that I'm using actually didn't call for meat, but you can add meat, and I'm going to add some meat. I'm going to add some hot sausage to it, some Jimmy Dean hot sausage. And okay, so I'll post the recipe. I got this off the internet, the recipe, so I'll post the link to it. And if you want to know how to make this, you can look it up. Make it the right way, anyway. You might want to look it up. Because actually I'm doing this wrong. I made it right the first time I made this, but I wasn't supposed to use pre-cooked rice. I was supposed to put the water in with the rice and all the other ingredients and bake it. Well, I didn't do that. I used pre-cooked rice, so we'll see how it turns out. Should be alright. Okay. I'm doubling the recipe on this too. I'm doubling. I just hope it'll fit in the casserole dish. Okay, it calls for rice. And I'm using minute rice is what I used. And there's my sausage. I already got it cooked up. And the rice cooked, so it's in this. I'll be adding the other ingredients now to this. I sauteed some red and green peppers like it called for. Actually, I didn't say saute them. But here's another mistake. Read the recipe. I was supposed to use a can of I guess the Mexican corn, or the corn comes with the peppers in it, the green peppers and red peppers. Well, I didn't. In fact, the recipe didn't even say a can of corn. It just said corn and had green and red peppers, so I just thought that was separate ingredients. So anyway, I sauteed some green and red peppers because it says to cook this for 35 minutes. And I'm not sure green peppers and peppers would have been done in that amount of time. So I went ahead and sauteed them. I'm going to add them to this rice and hamburger mix I got here. Get that in there. Gets the grease before it drips all over everything. Okay. Now, it calls for, I think it called for about 4-ounce can or 4.5-ounce can of green chilies. I don't have 2 of these, so I'm going to use this, which would only be 14 ounces, so I'm going to add maybe a little bit more of the green chilies in there. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to get these in there. It helps to do things right, which I didn't do. And I think I'm going to drain the chili peppers. It might be too juicy with the water in there. Okay. I just hope it ain't too juicy. Hoping get all the water out of there. Of course, I'm not putting water in it, so maybe since I didn't add any water, it'll be all right. Okay, I'm putting the old green chilies in here. Now, like I said, I may add just a few more because I'm doubling the recipe. There wasn't quite enough in that pan there. I don't know if I can get too many green chilies or not. I'm not sure about that. I'm going to drain the water out of these. Well, actually, there wasn't much water in these. More like a paste. Hang on a second. That other can that I used with these green chilies was fire roasted. Now, I didn't say to use that. Yeah, they were fire roasted. And these are chopped green chilies. I can't remember if it said to use chopped green chilies or not. Maybe you're not even supposed to use chopped green chilies. Maybe it's that kind. Who knows what this will turn out like. I know it'll probably taste good. But whether it's supposed to be like it is, I don't know. Okay, what have I got going on here? Alright, now, what did I do with the lid to that thing? Oh, there it is, alright. So we got the green chilies in there. I'm just going to kind of mix that around in there now. And what the hell is that? Is that a burnt? Well, it said fire roasted. They're kind of black, so I guess they were roasted alright, for sure. I don't know, I might have got too many green chilies. We'll see. I didn't get too many more green chilies than I should have, I don't think. Maybe a couple ounces. Okay, now I've got my sausage, rice, the green and red peppers, and now I've got the green chilies in there. I've got that mixed up. Now it calls for 2 cups of cottage cheese. I'm doubling. Oh, let's see. How many cups is in one of these containers? There's 12 cups in this. So, well, maybe I'll just have to measure it out, I guess. About 2 cups of this. I would rather have 2%. But I got 1%, but I guess it'll be okay. 2 cups of cottage cheese. So let's get this cheese over here. Okay, 2 cups of cottage cheese. Oops. Well, hell. It looks like it just might be what was left in here anyway. That's probably about a cup. And I don't know. I hope that all fits in that casserole dish. It ain't real big. Boy, this is going to be good, though. I've had it before. It's real good. I'm not sure why they don't put onions in this, though. It seems like it might be better with some onions, but I'm just going by the recipe. Okay, that's 2 cups of cottage cheese, looks like. Alright. And it called for well, I forgot what it actually called for, but I'm thinking I'm using, if I read it right, I'll be using most of this sour cream because I doubled it. So I think mostly I'll put most of that in there. And I'll just won't use quite all of it. A little watery there, that's alright, I guess. Alright, let's put that. Oh boy. I don't know if that'll fit in that casserole dish or not. Oh my God, what did I do? Well, a little more. I think that may be enough. Okay. That's probably all the sour cream. Let me see if I can get it off that spoon. Don't want to waste it. Okay. Alright, put this back. Okay. Now, the only thing that I haven't added to this is corn. Now, it only called for one 11-ounce can of corn, of that corn, red and green peppers. So I'm going to use some frozen corn, and I'll use about 22 ounces, I guess, of the corn. We'll see how that goes. Actually, this mixer thing is just about right. It's almost too full. Let me see if I can mix that up. Okay. Now, the corn is the last ingredient, and I guess you just kind of mix that all up in there. Kind of get it mixed up in there. I really don't know about this. I'm thinking it's going to be all right, but because I didn't make it. See, this will probably mixed up better with that water in there. And I ain't really measuring these ingredients out perfectly either. So I'm not so sure I'll even add any more corn. I need to put more corn in there though, according to that, if I double it or not. So let's see. I got to mix it up a whole lot more than this. It's got to be mixed up. Oh, dropping it, of course. I guess it'll kind of mix up as it cooks, separate a little bit, but I'm going to give it a good mix as best I can there. It's kind of hard to mix up in here. I know this is going to be good though, because I've made it before. And I've got some rice down there that needs to come up to the top there and get mixed in with this stuff. There we go. I got some sausage and rice down there. So basically all I'll be doing is really just 35 minutes in the oven heating this up because everything's done. The rice was already done. Made that mistake. And oh, it's hard to mix up. Like glue. Like cement. Like a batch of cement trying to stir that or something. Okay. I think that's mixed up pretty good. So this is it. May not look too appetizing at the moment. That's all the ingredients that I told you about that went in here. I think I might add just a little bit more corn. I got part of a little bag here. Let me toss that in there. And add that corn. Oh shoot. And I'll leave a little bit of frost in there in case it needs some moisture. Won't hurt nothing more. A little frost bite. I think it'll be alright. Probably needs some moisture really. Okay, I'll kind of mix this corn in. Maybe not as much as I did the other. I just want to get it kind of covered up and in there. And then, actually didn't even say to add any pepper, salt, or anything to this, but I'll add my pepper when it's done. I'll just add it to now. Okay, that's pretty much it. Add a little piece there. I didn't prepare myself too good for this video, but you'll get the recipe and it'll be should be all right if you follow the recipe. Actually, it's pretty easy to make if I would have done it right, because you just put everything. You just buy the corn that's got the red and green peppers in it, and you don't even cook the rice. You put 2 cups of water in there for that the recipe without doubling. So I actually think it's pretty simple. You just put all those ingredients in there. You don't have to cut anything up. It didn't call for meat unless you want it. So really just requires putting it in there and mixing it up. Now, what I will do now is the next step. I'm going to grease a casserole dish. Pour this into the casserole dish. Put the oven on 350. And then I'm going to bake it. And then I'll come back when it's done. Give it a taste test and show it to you and see what you think about it. And I'll tell you what it tastes like. But I know it's going to be good. I just know it. I can smell it. Especially with that hot sausage in there. Ooh. That hot Jimmy Dean sausage. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll see you here in a few. I'm going to cut it back in here real quick. It's not done. I haven't started cooking it yet, but I forgot something. And I will show you what it looks like before I add the cheese. I put everything in that casserole dish. It all fit. I'm surprised that was a lot. And looks nice and neat there. Not like the other. Okay, now, what I forgot to tell you was, I have to add some Mexican cheese over the top of it. And seeing as I'm doubling, it called for about 2 cups, but you know, I'm just going to put some on there. If it's 2 cups, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. I'm just going to kind of guess at it. It's got a lot of cheeses in it anyway. Cottage cheese and sour cream. I don't know if I can if I can even get 2 cups on there. I can always add some to my, sprinkle some on my bowl or plate, however I eat this. I can always add some more to it. And so I'm not going to worry about whether it's 2 cups or not. I'll try and get a little more on there. Whoa. Try to cover it all up around the edges a little bit. Now, okay, I've got the cheese on there now. That said Mexican 4 cheese. Alright, so we did that. I've got the oven turned on, preheating to 350. I think what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to try to zip that up. I'm going to fold it like this, put a clip on it. Put a clip on it. And just put it right back in my ice box. Okay, so now there it is with the cheese on it. Looks pretty dang good. I'll put the lid on it. I guess it cooks covered, don't it? Well, I'll get off here. I'm going to bake it now, and then I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. It was in the oven for about 35 minutes, like it's supposed to be. And, yeah, you bake it without the lid on there. I was going to put that lid on there, but it didn't. Pretty sure it didn't call for the lid. So, I've got it done. I don't know if you can see that or not, what it looks like. Lighting's probably bad. Let's see. Anyway, maybe you can kind of see what that looks like. Let's see. Is that better? Alright. Now, I'm going to get, it's awful hot. I'm just going to put some on a plate and show it to you. Or a bowl. Actually, I'll get a bowl. Now, you know, this could probably be like a side dish. Or maybe even a main dish. I put meat in there. So I'm just going to kind of use it as a main dish right now. Lots of gooey cheese there. Looks good. And probably add some pepper to this. You can salt and pepper to taste. So this is kind of what it looks like in a bowl there. You can see that. Well, that's pretty much it. If you do it right, it's easy to make. It was kind of a chore for me because I did it backwards all the way through, I think. But so I'll put the link to the recipe on there, and if you feel like trying it, go ahead. It's pretty good. Thank you.